Hey guys! So, I'm inviting you to join me on this little watercolor excursion. It's just a small little watercolor. I'm just trying to get back into the swing of things. Well, I haven't picked up a brush in a while, and I'm about to do that. So I thought I would invite you guys to join me. You can chit-chat in the comments, and hopefully I'll be putting out some more videos real soon. So I think I'm kind of on a run. It's been so long, so just come on and join me and see what we come up with, and worked out to go on to some pots that are ready for glazing and to be completed, which will be my first pieces. Awesome. So thank you for all your support and your well wishes. They're received with gratefulness and appreciation, and every day is a better day because I get to wake up. Okay, come join me. Here I'm just spritzing up and moistening up the colors. Here I'm dropping in some clear, clean water, getting the paper ready to accept the pigments, and I'm just kind of plopping them down there. It really doesn't matter where, except those cute little beads that I drew out. For my sketching, I used a light gray watercolor pencil, and I'm showing you that the page is glistening and ready to we're just about ready to put some color down. Now, I was mindful not to put the water on the beads themselves. And I flip it over so I can spritz the back of it, try to get it to lay down and not curl and buckle so much. And here I've mixed up some purple, gosh, I can't remember the color. Just really nice, vibrant purple. As I do this, I'm just trying to emulate, the blossoms, and not the individual bloom, but just the, different clusters and such. Here I mixed in some royal blue into the purple, and then I'm gonna just try to bring out these different hues within the wisteria is what I imagined, not really anything particular. I'm trying to make the darker shades to represent like the shadows or the flowers that are deeper set within the grouping. Here I'm thinking that it's gonna be like background splotches. But I don't think it really made a difference on the final outcome. Starting to lift up some of the pools, the colored paint pools. And also wanting to soften up some of those crisp, hard edges. As I'm putting this down, I'm not thinking of this as a watercolor painting. In my mind, I'm thinking I need to try to emulate and imagine what it might be like trying to paint on a very porous, thirsty bisque piece of pottery. And I'm not really thinking so much about how this is gonna look on the paper when it's all dried, and really just thinking that I may need to use a more thick, concentrated pigment solution. Now here I start to pick up some crimson mixed in with my purples and blues. And just begin to drop and dot it down onto the paper to mix in with what's already down there. And it's still pretty wet down there. Yeah, I really enjoy watching the colors bloom and mix together on the paper. It's just so fascinating and soothing. And this is where I begin to notice that it's the underlying layers have kind of dried up a little bit. I'm just kind of trying to re-moisten in different spots. Introduce some different paint consistencies. I'm trying to introduce some blooming that happens when you have more water than in your brush, and introduce more water into a pool of paint. The old salt trick. You just sprinkle in some actually I think it's just table salt. And usually I like to use coarse ground salt, sea salt, but at the time I couldn't locate it. Just letting it run and do its thing here. And dabbing up a little bit of the big pooling. And I set it aside to dry, and I think it was overnight. And after brushing off the salt, trying to get the salt crystals off of there, I started to introduce the greenery And I just kind of have fun plopping down colors. Again, I'm not trying to do a literal depiction. I'm just wanting to throw down the idea of the colors and the different textures and different hues. Here I think I've dabbed into the neutral tint, and I realized I don't like the color of it too much, so I think I decide that I want to do a little bit of like an orange mix in with my green. Here I'm just sopping up some of the drips and such, so I don't get a hard edge. Yes, here's the little orange mixture. Lightly flicking my brush, kind of put in the like stems or viney stems. Here I'm beginning to prepare the bees. I wet the bees. Oh, got my head in the way there. But I wet the bodies of the bees so that when they lay down the yellow, it spreads out into the area around it. And I mixed up a little darker yellow by adding just a touch of orange. Or neutral tint, actually. I think that was neutral tint. Here I'm using lamp black, and I want it to be a very light. At first it was starting to come down kind of darker. And I like using that cat's tongue shape brush. It made it pretty easy to put in the little pointy butts. Thought is that if I do it with real soft edges, it will make it look like the fuzzy bumblebee bee type bee. Did I mention that I love bees? I do. I think they're really, really cute. They're very curious creatures. For me, I'm curious about them. I think I decided I didn't want to put the head there. Checking for moisture to see if it's
ready. No, I decided it wasn't. I think I'll drop in some black here in a minute. Go ahead again. I apologize. I think I was trying to depict the bee being inside the blossoms, you know, not flying around on the outside waiting to find a place to land. Like, she's in there getting some pollen collected up on the bumblebee butts. Drop it in some more neutral tint so I can give it a shadow. And here I'm trying to figure out how to lay down the wings, because you don't really see the wings. There's not really a color, so I was thinking I would use a very light blue and just give it, you know, a kind of wispy look with the rigger brush. That was what I was thinking. I'm not sure if it really turned out that way, but enough for my thoughts, and I was happy with it. And in looking back, I think it's important to give the whole piece some breathing room, some larger holes for the bees to be able to fly through. And I don't know why I picked this bright red. Just, that's what it is. And I appreciate you joining me this far. And stay tuned though, because there's some bonus reels here at the end. Ah, yes, the splatter, the sign of the finished product. Thank you for joining
me. On the Bisqueware, what am I trying to say? Pots. The pot. And you're welcome. Oh gosh. You're welcome to darn it. You're welcome to join me. My goodness. I took a hard nap. Anyway, you're welcome to join me. I gotta fix this. And I haven't picked up a brush in a while, and I'm okay, so I wanted to anyway. But I'm going to do a watercolor. What we can get transferred, or not transferred, they're received with such kindness and gratefulness. Yeah, so come join me. Come down here on my paint board. And to just do a watercolor that would maybe I can duplicate the FX onto a Bisqueware. Anyway, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. Who knows?